All right, all right, all right. We're just giving the stream a chance to catch up. Going to share this out real quick. Share to a group. Oh, let's get in the stream. Here we go. Awesome. Thank you, Gail. All right, all right, all right. We're just giving the stream a chance. One second. This is the only part I don't have down. The Westfield Air Show this weekend. Hey, Jimmy, 1 second. Of mass help line. Or I just want to share it with some mass groups. I do hear the cat.
She's crazy. She bit me.
Oh, ouch.
She's mean.
One second, folks. We're almost there. All right. Okay. Mike Geary of Hellfish Hayden will be coming on in a second. He just got caught in a reboot. But tonight on W.A.R, We Are Resilient, I have returning guest, Army veteran, and just awesome person extraordinaire, Gail McCullough. Gail, welcome back.
Hi, how are you doing, Travis?
I'm doing great. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. The weather is just perfect for New England. It's Doug John from Food Bar Studio checking in. Doug, how are you doing? So we have some good stuff happening tonight.
Yeah, we do.
All right, I'm going to mute my phone. There we go. So right at the top, if you're watching the stream or seeing the stream, you're seeing that there's air show tickets to the Westfield Air Show up for grabs for this weekend. We got 4 tickets for Saturday and 4 for Sunday with parking and access to the chalet. The only thing is you have to be a Mass, Rhode Island, Connecticut, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine resident. We're not shipping these things to Colorado or Timbuktu and not have you use them. You got to be in New England, unfortunately. But
yeah, we want you to use them because I'm going to be there, and then you can stop by the booth and say hello.
Absolutely, absolutely. So what we're going to do, you got to be in the stream the entire time. We're going to give them away, or in about 15 minutes, 45 minutes, probably 7:45. We'll do the little drawing with my hat. I'm prepared, and so if you've got people that want to go to the air show, come in to the stream. Craig, how's it going? Well, Jimmy, I know you're supporting me, dude. Gail, Jimmy's a great story out in Colorado, man. I mean, we've known each other for a while and just really appreciate what he's doing out there. And thanks for coming on. And this is the thing, Gail, you're like nationwide now with the message of mass.
I don't know about that, but I lived out in Colorado for a while, so I do love Colorado.
Yeah.
I was a little resident there for a time, and then when I was at good old Fort Hood, they took us out there on a field exercise. We train loaded all of our stuff and went out to Colorado and spent some time in the field out there. So I have a heart for Colorado.
We have Craig. Craig, thanks for checking in, brother. Jeremy Daniels, also again, Doug with Fubar Studio, another veteran podcast show, and Elsa just out there in Western Mass, one of my fans from Oscar Mike Radio. Jimmy says, yeah, Pinion Canyon. Gail, does that mean anything to you?
I think it does. I think that's where we were.
All right. Oh, and Mikey's in. Mr. Geary, how's it going?
Hi, Mike.
Howdy. How are you guys today?
Good.
Doing great. So just getting the sharing going on so we get people in the stream so we can do these tickets right, baby. So
Are we rocking and rolling on my channels? Because it wouldn't let me change anything.
yeah, we're everywhere.
All right, perfect. Excellent.
Yep, yep. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have returning guest Gail McCullough with the Mass Helpline. She's been on my show. She's been on here. And Gail, you have a very special initiative with what you're trying to do with the Mass Behavioral Health Helpline. Would you kind of just tell the people watching, what's going on?
So, yeah, if you hadn't heard me before on either Oscar, Mike, or here, I'm from the Massachusetts Behavioral Health Helpline, which is a brand new service here in Massachusetts. We just started January 3rd. And so our ad campaign, I think, just kicked off, and Travis was saying he saw some of the ads on the MBTA today. So that's pretty good news. But basically, it's a 24-hour 300 helpline staffed by clinicians, master's level and bachelor's level clinicians, and they're going to do an assessment, try and get you hooked up to either community services, or if you need an appointment, they're going to try and get you an appointment, or if you need crisis intervention, we're going to do that as well. We have adult mobile crisis intervention and youth mobile crisis intervention. So we will do that. This really came out of the governor's roadmap for behavioral health. So we are funded by the Department of Mental Health. And so I'm one of the community relations representatives. We're out in the community trying to let everybody know that we're out there. And to date, we've got about 9,500 calls. So the calls are coming in. And and we text and chat as well. And I don't even know the numbers on the text and chat. They don't really send them to us that much. But yeah, so the calls, the texts, the chats, they're coming in. And we're hooking people up with services and trying to get them taken care of. The mental health crisis is real. The stigma is real. We all know it. And so I get this awesome job of being out in the community talking about this wonderful new service that's available. We're not trying to take away from 988 or the Veterans Crisis Line or any of those other services that are out there. We just want to be another tool in the toolbox for everyone.
9,500 calls. Mike, that's amazing, isn't it?
It is, and it just shows what a need for this program that actually was, prior to its existence. Where were these calls going?
Yeah, I mean, it's every day I come in, I log in, and I see the little spreadsheet or whatever, and every day I'm like, wow, like what was going on before? We have interpreter services on the line, so we can talk to people that are not English speaking. So we have interpreters in 200 languages. So maybe somebody hasn't called before because they didn't think someone would understand them, but we have interpreter services on the line. We have our print material in like 13 languages. So we're definitely out there, trying to let everybody know that we're available and we're ready to go.
That
Now you're talking about the teams that come in, like crisis teams. Like what is that? Is that like a group of people that show up at your house and say hello?
Well, it's adult. We have adult mobile crisis intervention and youth mobile crisis intervention. So, they're gonna. So instead of maybe calling 911 and having the sirens coming down your street and all of that, right? This is sort of a lesser invasive way to sort of go in and deal with someone that's in those moments of having crisis. Because like if you're a kid, right? Do you really want the woo 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 like pulling up to the school and like taking you out? Like kids get embarrassed over everything. So, or even if you're at your own home, right? Do you want your neighbors to know, like, this is really a less invasive way? And that leaves the police and the fire department to be able to do the important, valuable work that they do. And we're not filling up the emergency departments, right? With mental health people that are just sort of sitting there in the mental health or in the emergency department waiting for, a bed, a physician, whatever. So
Real
And
quick, Gail.
you guys are getting them right to a clinician, right?
So we connect with the community behavioral health centers. So we do connect with those folks. We do try and get them appointments as soon as possible. If it's
That's awesome.
depending on the risk rating scale, we do the Columbia risk rating, which is what the VA uses, right? So they do that assessment, and then sort of based on that assessment, they'll try and get them an appointment within a couple of days, or if it's really more urgent, like that day or the next day. But they're going to try and, stay on the phone with everyone, depending on the urgency, right? Until they can get an appointment. But they're going to work with the parties, right? Like it's going to be a 3-way plan, right? Like they're not just going to give you a bunch of numbers and then kind of be like, okay, here you go, and like hang up. They're going to stay on the phone, work out a plan with you and the provider to get you in, get you seen. Once that plan is in place, then we can kind of step back and do what we do, and let them do what they do. And then we do follow-up calls with everyone, right? So depending again on the urgency and the risk rating, if it's a community resource, not urgent, we'll follow up in like 10 days. For the more urgent cases, we're calling like within the next 48 hours. And then with the urgent cases, we're calling every hour to check on the person until they get into where they're going. So it seems to be working. I mean, every system, I guess, has flaws, right? But I haven't really seen them. Again, I'm on the other end, and I get to talk about the good stuff. And so this is the good stuff. We got 9,500 calls coming through the system so far. So that number is 833-773-2445.
I will put
The
that
Mass Behavioral Health help.
The number they text as well.
They can text or chat. Yep, they can text or chat. And I mean, think about it. Like maybe you're not in a safe place to talk, right? But maybe you can just send a text, right? Your teenagers, they love to text, right? They love it. But maybe you're not in a safe place, so maybe it's not good for you to talk on the phone. But you can send a chat or you can send a text. So that's always good to know.
So, Fubar Studio was saying, does the name Gengel, Genjgel, mean anything to you, Gail?
Gengel? No. Is it supposed to?
Maybe to do with Colorado. I'm not sure. We'll see if he gets back in the stream. Hey, this is Michael Geary of Hellfish Haven and Travis Partington of Oscar Mike Radio. We are WAR, we are resilient, and we are also giving away 8 passes to the Westfield International Air Show this weekend with chalet access and free parking. You got to be on the stream to be in, so make sure you stay with us. Gail, people do a whole lot in their life, and a lot of what you do is judged on how much money you make. Well, no, seriously, right?
I shouldn't laugh. That's, you're right.
Well, the thing is what's it mean to you and the team to know that you potentially affected 9,500, 10,000 lives? Let's just call it 10,000 in
Yeah.
a positive way. And what's going to happen with those 10,000 lives improve themselves and can help like one other person out?
I mean, I can only speak for me, right? So
Yeah.
for me, I can't really speak for the rest of the team, but for me personally, that's crazy to think that, there's 10,000 people out there that, are having a better day or a better life because of maybe something I did, right? That's crazy, I was just in suicide prevention training, and you hear the numbers. So I think what they said the other day, I was on the VA SAVE training, right? So 12 suicides every every 12 minutes, someone commits suicide. Crazy. So I did the math, right? Like that came out to like 120 people a day. And then I divided it by 52, the number of states we have. And that's like 2 people in every state, right? But I mean, those are just my figures, right? But I mean, every day, every minute of every day, someone is in that bad space, right?
Wow. I didn't. So that's like 4 people an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, effectively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go to
I
like
mean,
the NAMI site or like even the substance abuse and suicide prevention pages, like they'll show you the breakdown. Like Massachusetts, I want to say is around like 17 per day, 18 per day, and like it's very high numbers for suicide right now.
So that's one thing I was kind of curious about, Gail. Have you all established a heat map of the Commonwealth to see where the calls are coming in from? Have you gotten that level of information yet?
I think on some levels, the upper echelon people above my pay grade kind of know those things. But I think that, I think as time goes, like I'll have more access or I'll be more privy to that information. But I really do think that, they are sort of trying to figure out those dynamics, right? Like where people are and where they're coming from. And, because like, we had, we've had some suicides here on the North Shore. We've had, we had a murder suicide in one of the towns. We had another suicide. So when you think about these things, it's like, do those things, what are the premeditate, what precipitates those things? Like what, and maybe there's something and maybe there's nothing, and so, I think those trends would be interesting to see, like with all these different shootings and things that are going around. And is that a time, like when are these times when these situations are hot,
That leads me to something maybe not closely associated with this, but something I want to talk to you about. I was reading a study about loneliness, and I didn't realize that, it was one thing to be alone, but I guess loneliness really puts people in a very bad place. Like we are not meant to or designed to be lonely. It's
No,
all
loneliness is a huge stressor for people, right? Especially like if you think about the elderly population, those folks have a pretty high rate of suicide nowadays. But loneliness is a thing, right? And it really can be triggering for people. It's just we're pack animals. We're supposed to be in groups, right? That's
We're
like
tribal
that's
creatures.
yeah, we're supposed to be together. We're supposed to be interacting with each other and doing all this stuff. And so when that's not happening, it really can, be a trigger for a lot of different things, right? So look at the populations that, may be suffering from that, like teens that are feeling isolated, or elderly people that, maybe their family isn't gone or lives in other states, or, things like that. But I mean, think about loneliness. It's definitely, I can see that being a real stressor for people.
The ice with people, and not being able to go out and see friends, family, eating out during the day to get some sunshine. I mean, I know that's me personally.
Yeah, I'm happier when I'm outside usually, as long as the sun's out, you know. I take my little fur baby for a walk, or, go out and take her for a ride, get her a pup cup over there at Starbucks or whatever, puppuccino at Dunkin's, she's happy, I'm happy, everybody's happy, you know. But yeah, people need to be around other people, and they need to, you know, even if they're not like personally in that space, right? Pick up your phone, like call somebody, you know, because that's when your brain starts thinking about stuff, right? When you're alone, like.
And we try to promote that too with the, with the people play games. It's a communal event. Now people lying there. You're still interacting with another person. You're there, you're playing video games. You may think it sounds silly, but it's still being part of something. It's giving somebody a reason to keep going. And like us, Frost Call are both working on like that to make sure people know that they're still out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard, right? Like, sometimes, I mean, look, we've all had those days, right? When you just come home from work or whatever, and your spouse or your significant other is whatever, and your kids are, and I mean, and you're just like, oh my gosh, like you feel like your head is going to explode. So you got to just take, those few minutes out, maybe call a friend, pick up the phone, send a text message to somebody, say, can you talk for a few, whatever. And just, that's just what I think. Like, people aren't meant to be alone like that.
So this component of being able to reach out to a human being and talk with that human being about your problem via text, via a human voice, must be a very powerful part of the entire program.
Well, yeah, I think that is too, right? So definitely you get a human on the phone, and you get someone that's trained in crisis intervention. So they're gonna talk to you like you're a person, right? Like they're not gonna just, oh, here's a list of all these numbers you can call, right? Like that's not the goal of the helpline, right? They really want to be able to make that warm transfer to, a clinician or to a behavioral health center or to a provider in the community, whoever it may be, again, within normal, working hours, right? Like we might not have that ability if it's really late at night, right? But, during normal hours, they want to be able to make those connections for people. And it's a live person that's going to talk to you, and then we're going to follow up in a couple of days and we're going to see if you got what you needed, right? Did you get what you need? Do you need any more resources? Did they see you? Did you make your appointment? Did you, whatever the follow-up is, we're going to do that.
So curious. Let's just say, hypothetically, there's a nonprofit, like I don't know, say like an adoption nonprofit, right? I mean, I'm just spitballing here, but
Yep.
or just call it nonprofit X, and they have a solution for Y problem that falls within the mass helpline, area of operation, as we say in the military. Could that organization reach out to this program and say, hey, here we are, here's our credentials, here's our certifications, here's what we provide, we're a resource? Could that happen?
Yep, that happens all the time. They're always looking for new resources. They're always updating the new resources. I think you can do it straight from our website, but I'm not positive. But you can always reach out to one of the community providers. You could call the helpline and say, how do I sign up to be a resource if you needed to? Because we're always looking for new providers. We're always looking for new, resources. Stuff that, I'm not a food pantry, but maybe of a food pantry, or I'm not a housing specialist, but maybe there's a housing group in your community that is really good at this stuff. We're always looking for new resources like that. Definitely nonprofits for sure that are working in the community right there, with the folks. Because I'm not always going to see everybody in the community, right? I'm going to see whoever I'm supposed to see in my week, in my month, whatever. But yeah, we're always looking for that. We'll always take that information, 100%.
That's good to know because some veteran nonprofits, for example, have worked very hard to get accreditation or certification. It doesn't matter what it is. If they're doing, equine therapy, they've gotten the past certification. If they, advocate for Gold Star family members and their kids, they've gotten that certification, or they have a licensed certified social worker on their team, staff, or whatever. And so, you know, they're always trying to, find a way to add value.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Like we're 10 people, right? Our outreach team, we're 10 people, but let's just think of how many people are in the Commonwealth, right? And
Yeah.
how many populations. So I have a good strong connection with the veteran population, and so I can talk to you guys, but maybe there's a community that I'm not so familiar with, right? Tell me what you do in your community. Tell me, what resources you guys have, or whatever, because somebody somewhere is going to have a similar situation going on, right? Somebody somewhere.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Jimmy James says, he's from Colorado, says, I think that's a good highlight. Organizations have requirements, and if you don't fall in, you get Rolodex and a closed door. We need to help each other out. That's a very good one, Jimmy. Barry Estevez checks in and says, hey guys, Barry, how are you doing?
Uncle Barry, how are you?
Barry?
Yeah, I mean, really, like,
Barry, he was our master.
yeah, we'll take any resources that are out there. Every time I find a new resource, I'm sending it out to the team. I'm sending it out to my boss. I'm sending it out to whoever, because guess what? Like you said, things open, some things close. Life is always moving. So, though we don't want to send someone to some place that's closed, right? We want the new resources that are out there, the ones that are lasting and sticking around.
And then like see like all these different groups that are set up, like me going do my research when I find out more things, especially now with awareness month. Like you see the programs that are out there for the for students that are out there, for veterans that are out there, for different groups of people that do target and say this is what we've got available. There are so many here that like it's good to have localized, because I do feel like sometimes you call a national hotline that you don't know who's going to be talking on the other side. Where you guys that you're getting another person in Massachusetts, what day and what's going on with the community. Like I'm sure after the marathon and everything that happened there, that that's a trigger for people now every year when it comes up. So it's good to be people that understand.
Yeah, I mean, so if you think about different things, right? Like, I used to live in Lawrence. I don't live in Lawrence anymore, but I used to live in Lawrence. I lived there when the Columbia gas explosions happened, right? So that was crazy. And there was a lot of people affected by that, and luckily I was safe. My family was safe. Everybody was safe. But, that really wasn't the case throughout the city, right? So I'm sure when those dates come around, people get, people get triggered. It's just a thing that happens. It's just our body saying, remember this happened, right? Don't.
So we were talking here. Do we want to try to give away a pair now?
I don't know. What do you think? I'm ready if you guys are ready.
All right, one second. Let me see something. All right. So real quick, if you're in the stream for the tickets, check in right now real quick. And I've got names ready. I've got Doug Machado or Fubar Studio, Barry Estevez, Jeremy Daniels, Elsa B, and a Craig Chapman. So Doug's there. Anybody else on? Let's just do this real quick.
All right. Let's see who's gonna get these tickets. These are some nice tickets, right? Like
Oh, nice.
when you go in the Eagle's Nest, you're right on the flight line. You get breakfast and coffee. You get an open bar and food for lunch. You get to see everything up close. You get parking. So this is a good deal. Like these are good tickets. Like somebody's gonna have a good time.
Yes, Craig, these are for this weekend. There's a set for Saturday and a set for Sunday. So if you're looking for something different for Mother's Day, you're covered. We got you. So
Yeah, take your mom. Really, take your mom. Bring your mom.
Jeremy lives in Nevada. Okay.
Sorry, Jeremy.
Let me.
Where's all of our Mass people? Like, give a thumbs up if you're from Mass or the surrounding area, so we know we can give them out to you.
All right. I've got some names here, so we're going to do this. Hang on.
Oh, he's taking off his hat, folks. Taking off the hat.
I've got.
Oh, it's official. They're in the hat.
3, 4 names. And I'm going to mix them up. I'm not looking. And what do we got here? We've got Fubar Studio. Doug Machado, you got yourself a pair of passes.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. So, Jimmy, you got family in Mass?
Okay. Well, we'll make sure we put you in for the next one.
I'll tell you what, Jimmy. All right. I'm gonna put your name in, and then you get with me after the show, and we'll get those tickets to your family members. So I'm gonna put in Jimmy James now, but we have a winner.
All right, Fubar. So all you have to do now is come by the booth, pick up some swag from the Behavioral Health Helpline. We got pens, we got stress balls, we got water bottles. I don't know what else is in there. Magnets. Come by, pick up some of that stuff, pick up some pamphlets. Come by and say hello. We'll all be there.
Is our first winner. Yay!
That's awesome.
Love it. It's going to be a great time. Like I didn't realize how big this thing is, Michael. This thing is,
dude, you don't know. They're
It's
expecting
massive.
95,000 people.
what?
95,000 people this weekend.
That's more than a Pats game.
Yeah, they haven't done this since before COVID, since 2018. This has not happened in Massachusetts since before COVID. So
Awesome.
this is like a huge thing. Like huge.
All right.
So I want the sun to be out and for everyone to have a great time with the sun out. I also want everyone to stay hydrated because it gets hot out there on those flight lines, by those flight lines. And I want everyone to come by the big purple van and pick up some BHHL swag.
Well,
if you get tickets.
I'm seeing mid 60s for Sunday. It's going to be a beautiful weekend. So you have no excuse. So look, you've got to get on the stream. You got to be on the chat to get in on this. We already have one winner. We've got 3 more pairs to go, and it's going to be a great time. I want to thank Gail McCullough, Army veteran, Commonwealth representative for the Mass Behavioral Health Line, coming in here and doing this. It's been great, Gail.
Yeah.
Seeing this come together. And, I'm Travis with Oscar Mike Radio and my co-host, Michael Geary with Hellfish Haven. We are resilient. We are. So, Michael, do you do anything for Mother's Day? I mean, you got a child. Do you like, do something for your wife on Mother's Day?
We don't have anything special planned out this year, but yeah, I printed out some pictures of her and the dog, her and the bee, so that way I could throw them in the car together for her, basically let her the day off, kick up, and relax, and not have to worry about things that moms worry about every day.
Man, moms do. Look, I don't care if they're like young moms or old moms. They're always worrying, always. about
It's just
something.
a thing. That's never going to change.
Oh, really?
That's just a thing. It goes with the territory.
All right. In like 3 minutes at 7:40, we'll give away another pair. So if you want to get in on this, you've got to be on the stream. You got to check in, give me a thumbs up. Jimmy, we have your name in the drawing now. So we just ask that, if you win, get us in contact with the Mass family members who can go this weekend. We'll give them the passes. So, be on the stream, check in, let us know you're here, and then I'll call out your name because I have the
Magic
OM,
hat. The
the
magic
OM, it's upside down, but this is the OMR hat, the OMR camo hat made by Alpha Bravo Custom Designs. We're going to do this right. And he said he tosses Mass Peeps a post. I love it. I love it. So this program is free. This is the thing that people, ask me all the time, Gail, when they see the signs, I tell them about it, is
Yep.
they can't believe that this is free. They're like, I'm going to get asked for my credit card or my PayPal or Venmo.
So I will tell you, the call is free. The crisis intervention services are free. If they do hook you up with a provider and they set you up with some kind of, therapy, they probably will take your insurance information. I work for a for-profit company, but we are contracted through the state. But healthcare just is that way, right? They're going to take your healthcare information if you have it. But if you're on Mass Health or Mass Health Limited, or you have questions about your insurance, you can ask the people on the phone, right? Like, we're not going to send someone to someplace where they're not going to cover, where their insurance won't be covered. We're not doing insurance matches per se, but we're not going to send someone where they don't want to go, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Checking in. People
Yeah.
checking.
You just sent me a thing, right? So yeah, it's yeah. I think the other thing is so there's an event going on Friday up in Haverhill. It's a community event that I talked a little bit about. One of my VSO friends is hosting a community event up there in Haverhill on mental health and suicide prevention Friday evening from 5 to 7:30. They're having spaghetti dinner. Free
nice.
spaghetti. I don't know. Can't turn down free spaghetti. But it's free. Anybody can come. They got a panel of discussion people from everywhere, right? Suicide prevention, Riverside Trauma Center. They got somebody from the Haverhill Police, somebody from Northern Essex College. They got a couple survivor stories coming. So yeah, they got a lot going on. Sorry about.
No problem. No problem. I'm just I'm getting my car fixed right now, so I'm hoping it's fixed by Friday and we can get that done. We're going to draw another name now. So I have 4 names in the hat. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to mix them up, and here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Where it stops, no one knows. I got a name. We have a name. And that name is, Jimmy James. Jimmy, get
All
your
right.
Mass Peeps in touch with me or you through me, and we will make that happen. Get a pair of tickets, brother. So we've got 3. We've got 3. So we've got 2 sets of passes left. We've got 3 names in the hat so far. We're rolling right along here. This is a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. Oh man.
Yeah. So do we even know what kind of planes are going to be there? I think I knew. But let me see if I can.
So when I was looking up, there's going to be the Golden Knights, the parachute team. There's going to be the fire truck
Really?
that goes 400 miles an hour. And be
Now
the
that's a fire truck.
35 demo team. The museum's going to be
Yeah.
there with the old planes. It's going to be a heck of a show.
Yeah, I think that's some cool stuff, right? And so these tickets are right on that flight line. So you're going to be up close and personal to that. You're going to get the coffee and pastries in the morning. The gates open at 8. Hello, 8. Okay. Gates open at 8. I live on the North Shore. So just do the math. I don't know. Figure it out what time I have to leave this house. So the gates open at 8. The parking's paid for. They got lunch there covered with the open bar.
Open bar.
It's got
If you have a mom, your Mother's Day is set. Your Mother's Day is set. This is amazing.
Yeah, they're nice tickets. I'm telling you, if somebody's getting hooked up, I'm telling you, they're gonna have a good day.
He says now, is that Food Bar Studio says now, is that 4 times? What's that mean, Doug? What do you mean by that question? I don't understand that. Oh, so we're giving away, we have a total of 8 tickets. We're giving away 4 sets of 2. 4 sets of 2.
All right. That's nice. That's a nice prize there.
It's valued at $195 and you're getting hooked up. So that's how we roll here. So just a really big blast doing this. And I gotta tell you, when I'm on the commuter rail going into Boston for work and I see that sign there, it's like, oh wow, this is actually working. The MBTA commuter rail may not work, Gail.
I can't fix that. I cannot fix the MBTA. I'm sorry. I took it for years myself. Sometimes they give you your money back, but I don't know. You have to wait for that too.
Jimmy James is asking for the link. Oh, bless you.
Oh, it's the pollen.
Oh no, man, everybody's messed up with the pollen. Everybody is.
Yeah, it kills me.
Okay, so I got the link in there to the air show, Jimmy James. Check that out. But there's been times, Gail, when I've been on the commuter rail and I've wanted to call somebody like, please help, I'm stuck.
Yeah, well, I think that happens on the commuter rail. I think we can't fix the commuter rail, but we can certainly help with your stress and maybe talk you you down a little bit.
Because I try to be calm, but I'm like, man, I'm getting people are getting close. They're getting way too close. Hey, Mikey, it's coming up on 7:45, brother. We want to give another one away.
We should.
All right. Who's in there? We got how many we got?
We got 3 of them in there. We've got 2 left to give. Someone's getting something. Let's go here. Oh, Mikey, somebody puts your name in the hat. You've got 2 tickets, bro.
Oh, snap.
Oh, take your wife. Take your wife. Oh my God.
Absolutely.
Bring, yeah, definitely.
So Food Bar.
That's a day.
Let's see, at Food Bar.
That's awesome. Make sure you come by the table. I'll hook you up. I'll give you a bunch of water bottles and swag, and you'll leave with 1 million pens. I got pens.
We got an event next week. The 22 for 22.
Oh yeah, that's Hidden Battle, right?
Yep. Newfound Lake.
Yep, that's Hidden Battle.
Okay, so question is,
we run the turnaround point, aid station water.
Okay.
So
that's awesome.
There are 8 tickets. We're giving away in stacks of 2. There's tickets for Saturday and tickets for Sunday. So if you have to have a particular day, let us know ASAP. Okay, just drop it in the chat and we'll work it out. But we've got 1 pair left. This has been pretty exciting, and it's going to some people who are really going to enjoy the best of what our nation does.
Yeah, I'm really excited because whenever I go to like an event like this, it's really good for me because I end up seeing people that I haven't seen in a really long time, right?
Yeah.
Like other vets that I know, or just people that are, have come out for the show and I just probably haven't seen them in a long time, or they're hosting their own table there, talking about their organization. So it's always fun for me. And oh wait, I haven't even told you the best part.
What? There's more? There's more?
There is more. There is more. Do you believe it? There's more. So when we originally called the show producer and said we wanted to, I was just like, can we get a table, and then my company was like, oh no, we'll sponsor, whatever, we'll do a sponsorship. And I was like, okay, cool. But the show producer or the host of the thing said they want all the vendors to dress up like Rosie the Riveter.
What?
Yep. So all the vendors will be dressed up like Rosie the Riveter because they said it's a multi-generational event. We want people to enjoy it. We want everyone to dress up like Rosie the Riveter. So if you come by, you will not see this. You will see Rosie the Riveter.
Oh, I don't have like a headband or any, and I don't have any hair, Gail.
Well, that's all right. We'll give you a bandana. You can tie it around there. But yeah, so my team, and that's what they told us. So there'll be a lot of people at this event walking around dressed up like Rosie the Riveter, doing the honor to Rosie the Riveter. So that's going to be, I've been waiting for that. Like, I love an event that I can dress up for, right? Like if I can dress up in a crazy suit, I'm going to try it.
So you embrace the role, Gail. Like
I think I just embrace the crazy, right? So, so I'm like super excited to like get dressed up and like just be out having a good time talking to people about this service that I get to provide for not only veterans, but just scores of people across the Commonwealth. Who the hell is Rosie the Riveter? Oh, I don't even know. I can't even address that. I can't even address that.
We got you, Gail. We got you, Gail. We are on it. We are on it right now. We're on it right now, Gail.
Oh my God.
So
we
had done up to us.
Yeah, there you go.
She's got
Marge Simpson. Yep. So you got the
local artist do that up.
That's awesome.
For us.
There you go. That's awesome. So, yep, I got the jumpsuit. I got the boots. I'm going to roll up the sleeves. I got the headband. I'm ready to go.
All right. It's 7:50. We're going to give away the last set. So I got two. I've got one, and then I've got two.
Okay.
Here we go. And I have Mr. Craig Chapman. Craig Chapman, you were the last winner of the passes.
Woohoo!
Him, right?
That is awesome. Good deal. Oh my goodness.
Sorry about that. Couldn't get the.
God bless you.
My bad. I did not mean to do that. Craig, you can get with
Yeah, it's the pollen, man.
Let's see.
And
yes, Craig.
There's Rosie. Yep, we can do it. Yep, we can do it. That's the real Rosie right there. So I got the headband, I got the overall suit, I got the black boots. I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to go.
Oh, if I could spell there, Craig. Saturday or Sunday, let me know. We've got 2 for Saturday, 2 for Sunday. So, and that's 2 sets. So,
if possible.
Okay, I got Sunday, Doug and Jimmy and Craig, let me know as soon as possible. So this has just been amazing. I don't know about you, Michael, when we started this. So I've got Michael and Jimmy for Sunday, Doug and no, Michael and Craig for Sunday.
Yes.
Jimmy and Doug. Hopefully, you guys can take Saturday. Let us know ASAP. So, Michael, when we started this back in February, did you ever think we'd be doing something like this?
Not at all.
No, no, no. And I think the cool thing is, I think I can say this, Gail. Veterans all got in on this. I mean,
Yeah, that's the really important thing for me, right? Like I really wanted these tickets to go to some vets that I knew would appreciate this kind of an event, right? And sort of just soak it all in. So I'm super psyched about it. I'm super psyched to see everyone when I'm out there. You guys can all come by, take pictures, laugh at me, steal my swag, whatever you want to do, because I'm just going to be soaking it up. I got the early shift, so on Saturday, and I got a little bit later shift on Sunday because I have to drive the van home. So if you see the van on the road, please just be nice to me. This thing is like a mini bus, right? Like don't like drive by me and cut me off or like anything, because really this thing I'm like a nervous, I'm like a white knuckle thing for like the whole ride, right? So just be nice to me on the road, okay? But I want the vets to have the tickets. I want, my boss said sure. We didn't really, I mean, we're all going to be there, so we didn't need them. And so it's really warms my heart that, I could give them to Travis, who was like one of the first people I talked to about the helpline, so it really warms my heart to be able to do that.
Well, for some of you guys, you've got your Mother's Day all set. Maybe you can get a picture with a pilot. That would be a memorable Mother's Day. These all went to veterans who are right here in the Commonwealth. This is really a good program, and people are getting help with this. And it's just, I don't know about you, Michael, but I'm just happy to see that this is working and providing value to people.
Absolutely. Like even like when we talking about tribe thing, like Sebastian, I'm like that. Like we are such a culture that one another, and like Hellfish has always been about that. Getting the camaraderie that we lost. So I feel like this would be a good event, and like what we do here is of getting together.
Yeah, so everybody has to send Travis pictures of the air show, whatever they take pictures of, so he can put them on his Facebook.
Oh yeah.
And send some to Mike too, and then they can put them on their Facebook, and then they can even send them to me. I can send them to the company. They'll love that. They'll eat that stuff up. And
are you all on Instagram, Gail?
we really do not have a social media presence yet. I think that's still being developed.
Okay.
We do have a LinkedIn page, but you can always email this stuff to me.
All right. Yeah, I'll tell you. So I will. You all have a couple of choices. You can tag Hellfish Haven and Oscar Mike Radio in your tickets. You can send them to me over Facebook at Oscar Mike Radio or Hellfish Haven. We'll email these all to you, Gail, and you can have them for your collage.
Yeah, and you know what? We're gonna if you come by the bus, the big purple bus, I am gonna hook you up. I'm gonna give you whatever we have. I'm gonna give you some cool swag, and I'm gonna give you some information to take back to your communities. And you guys are gonna have a great day. Get there early. You can have your coffee and donuts in the Eagle's Nest. You can have you're gonna have that nice flight line view, and then you're gonna have some lunch in the open bar. I'm kind of jealous because I'm gonna be working, drinking water.
I'm telling you, you hooked up. I mean, you were about mission accomplishment, troop welfare, Gail. It's really amazing, really amazing. So
I don't always get to do this, so it's fun for me to be able to help you guys out and do this. I'm blessed.
Gail, for Sunday, can we bring by some F the Stigma bumper stickers and leave them there with you guys?
I'll say yes, but I don't know if my boss would like that. But I'll say yes.
All right,
the girls
we'll share some, on the table.
Yeah, the
Very
girls will take them. I have them on my car, the bumper stickers. And I was with somebody from CNA Stores. They're a veteran-owned cannabis company here in Haverhill. And he was like, "Can I get one of those bumper stickers?" I'm like, "I think I have them somewhere." I couldn't find them at the moment, but he was like, "Those are really cool."
We'll
So
get
if you come up on Friday to the event, bring me some bumper stickers because people will take them.
All right, we'll get you hooked up one way or the other.
All right.
So we're winding down now. Again, I am joined with Gail McCullough, Army veteran, who is a coordinator for the Mass Behavioral Health Helpline.
Yeah. Can we put the number in the thing one more time?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'll do that right now. Just give me a second. Well, if I can get my big hands to work. Here we go. Here we go. There's the number.
Yep. Call, text, or chat, people. Call, text, or chat. Whatever works. Whatever works.
Chat. And then here's the website too. Barry says, "Mike, what's the address to Hellfish Haven? Would like to stop by sometime." Let him know that.
Barry, what's your email address, Barry? I'll send you everything.
Yep, Michael will hook you right up. So again, Gail, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you so much for engaging with us and educating people, not just here in Massachusetts, but all across the nation. We've had people come in from Seattle and California, and Jimmy James from Colorado, understanding what's going on here. Mike, just thanks for, doing this week after week. It's just getting better and better, man. Thank you.
Yeah. And if I get those stats at some point, I'll come on and share them with you.
Yeah, that'd be really great. It'd be really great.
Yeah.
So, well, you got your email right there for you, Michael.
Well, I hope everyone has a great week. I hope the weather stays as nice as it has been. And please just be nice to me if you see me on the road. Please.
We will. We will. I mean, purple bus, leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I'm trusting.
What is that, like the thing from Smokey and the Bandit?
Yeah.
Like, put me in the rocking chair, right? Put me in so so nobody around me bothers me. Like, I got a vet in front, a vet in back, vet on the side.
Well, we are resilient. We are WAR. We're happy you're here. F the stigma. Embrace your power. And thank you very much. I hope everybody who got tickets goes there, has a great time this weekend. We'll be getting in touch with you to get them to you. Enjoy. And Gail, thank you again.
Thank you. And I will look forward to seeing you guys whenever I do, and the planet and the universe will connect again. So have a great time. All the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. Happy rest of your summer if I don't see you. And enjoy your days, Saturday and Sunday, guys.
All right. All right.
All right. I'm going to pop off now.